This conference will
Bengaluru.
now be recorded.
శివప్రసాద్ గారు
ఒక్క సెకండ్ సార్.
Prasad Reddy garu.
సార్
You can start now.
యా వెల్కమ్ టు డాక్టర్ టిఎస్పిఆర్ షో. దిస్ ఇస్ డాక్టర్ తంగెల్ల శివ ప్రసాద్ రెడ్డి alias డాక్టర్ టిఎస్పిఆర్. నమస్తే, ఆదాబ్, హలో. అవర్ గెస్ట్ ఆఫ్ టుడే డాక్టర్ కేజీ రమేష్, ఫార్మర్ డైరెక్టర్ జనరల్, ఇండియన్ మెట్రలాజికల్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్, అండ్ మై గురుతుల్యులు బివి సుబ్బారావు గారు. అండ్ what an important topic to host, and that too with such seasoned and experienced guests in their respective fields. Believe me, the national channels have been challenging them, especially Dr. KG Ramesh. What is happening in Bengaluru? They say weather. What is happening to Bengaluru weather? Even the so-called weathermen failed to predict. This was the headline which gathered. And on a short notice, Dr. KJ Ramesh Garu, he said, no, let us go live. I will explain what it is and how it is, which we have been doing right from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. I have been very categorical and clear with the latest technology. But still, if doubts are persisting, myself being in Bengaluru, let us go for the live. And with the same spirit, coincidentally, Subba Rao Garu is also holed out in Bengaluru, not able to move out. So, for this reason, this show is of utmost importance. So I'll just make Ramesh Garu to speak few words. Then the data which he has shared, I'm going to present to the entire world. Yes, sir. How do you look at this scenario? Again, in blaming Indian Meteorological Department or the weathermen of the country for the Bangalore latest disaster. Ramesh ji, I think there is some network problem. Let him join us, and meanwhile I'll just try to share the screen on the data which he has shared, interesting data, to nail the truth as to how innocent these people can really be. The alert, the weather alerts have been given time to time, and this is the alert which he has shared it with us, and I'm going to open this and show it to you on screen. This has been shared by Ramesh ji. Karnataka state forecast issued 1300 hours first of 8/25 2022. This is for all the national channels and all those people who have been trying to blame the weathermen of India. Dr. KG Ramesh comes out with a clear data forecast issued for Karnataka state at 1300 hours first of 8 means August 25th of August 2022. I'm trying to expand, but I don't know somehow. The data is very clear, right from all the regions of Karnataka. You can watch it on your screen. Chitradurga, Devangiri, Hassan, Kodagu, Kolar, then Tumkur, and the data thunderstorm with lightning likely to occur at isolated places over south interior Karnataka from 25th to 27th August 2022. Then they said D means dry, M means very light rainfall, L light rainfall, M moderate rainfall, VL is very light rainfall, sorry, L light rainfall, M moderate rainfall, H heavy rainfall. All these statistics are very clear on your screen, shared by Dr. KJ Ramesh. Then how is that weathermen are being blamed? How is that the weathermen of the country are being blamed when they have very clearly issued the weather forecast? It is on your screen. And then he has shared another interesting data. Another interesting data he has shared. That also I'm going to put it on the screen. Nowcast issued from Meteorological Center, Bengaluru. 25/8/2022, time of issue 1600 IST, validity 3 hours. Thunderstorm accompanied by lightning with light to moderate spells of rain with gusty wind speed reaching 30 to 40 kilometers per hour likely to affect following districts in next 3 hours. Kind attention to district collectors of following districts: Dakshina Kannada, Bengaluru Urban, Bengaluru Rural, Kolar, Ramanagara. Now this is a very clear. We have shown you the districts list also before, and then we have Colonel Sanjay Srivastavaji, the disaster management, very likely to come over in the next show. He has clearly shared it. Denial of action against climate change, especially at urban local bodies, needs attention of political masters. Flash floods are going to be common. An enhanced water exit and management is necessary to make life and business functional. Urban flooding, climate change, disaster management. Very clearly, Colonel Sanjay Srivastava has been mooting this. What about the political masters? What will you have to say now? How come your own channels trying to blame the honest of the honest weathermen? We have seen Dr. KG Ramesh. He is the modern Indian weatherman with the technologies. He has very clearly pointed out that you can predict when and where and how much rainfall we can have. And this will directly go to all rulers: Prime Minister, Chief Secretary, Cabinet Secretary. All those gentlemen will have it on their mobile. How is that this has not been translated to people? That is a big mystery of all the times. This is because of the show which we are trying to do. I'm just trying to show you some photographs of the latest Bengaluru, followed by C. Bengaluru weather a hard nut to crack, even for weathermen. Experts across India keen to study city's climate. Now, times now should go back on its word. We have clearly displayed. Weathermen were clear in their forecast. Dr. KJ Ramesh will expand on that. This is what is happening. How they are trying to blame. Instead of the government failure there, failing to notice much in advance. There you have seen boats. Here you see Bengaluru rains, fresh fish caught on flooded roads. The earlier one, people were going on the boats. Here, they are catching fresh fish on the flooded roads. Why? Let me hear from Dr. KG Ramesh. Then we have got some interesting things also sent by Subba, which I'll try to display for your information. I'm going to display them once again. But the 400 cars submerged as Nalurahalli Lake overflows. It's not a crown, it's a paper board, it's a warning. See how people are making fun of it. Rulers, politicians, you should answer this. You want to still blame weathermen? Cabbies, security guards, delivery boys save the day. When help poured in from all sides, what happened to your disaster management, Chief Minister of Karnataka? Where are they? ORR's tech corridor resembles open sewer. Thousands stranded in agonizing traffic jam. ORR becomes outer river road. Encroachment of Saul Keres Raja Kaluve to blame. See, all is encroachments and you are trying to blame the weathermen. I recently moved into Bengaluru, which is considered a smart city. I am truly astonished looking at how the area is flooded. This is terrible and should not be happening. The government needs to take the responsibility. I started my day from Kengeri and it was an easy ride till St. John Signal. From there, I was stuck in traffic for 2 hours in the morning. Now I am trapped here and don't know how I will get back home. For the first time, I have seen a lake on the road. It took us 45 minutes to reach our destination from our house, which is less than 3 kilometers away. The day after, commuters on Bengaluru Outer Ring Road literally felt at sea as flood waters brought traffic down to a crawl in the area. Wettest August, city needs 23 mm rain to break 24-year record. Jam roads above and below the flyover. See, these are all. Whom should we blame? Whom should we blame? 85 passengers evacuated from 3 buses stuck in swirling waters post downpour. 2 SUVs, 3 cars submerged in R. Nagara district. Railway tracks flooded, 2 trains delayed. One of the submerged buses at an underpass in Ramanagara district. Stranded passengers are being rescued through the emergency exit. Expected 5 more rainy days. See here, expect 5 more rainy days. Everything is there forecast. Highest rainfall. ECT flyover gets flooded too. Choke points. They're all giving. Then why are you blaming weathermen? It is a shame. Who should be blamed? Is it not the administration? 3 Bengaluru lakes overflow. IT corridor turns into a river. 1 dead, 5-hour jam outside Tech Park. What is this? Paura Karmikas left in the lurch. Water world. After the heavy downpour on Monday night, the Marathahalli Sarjapur ring road turned into a nightmare for Bengalurians commuting on the stretch on Tuesday morning. So these are the latest, and I have to play some videos. Ramesh sir, are you back?
Yes, yes.
KG Ramesh garu.
Yes, yes, I'm back.
Let's show this video again.
Yeah, please go ahead.
This is Bengaluru city for you. Before I get Dr. KG Ramesh garu to respond, this is Bengaluru city for you. This is not a riverside front. In Karnataka, what is happening? In spite of clear weather warnings, the weathermen are being blamed. How can this be? Karnataka has been forecasted much earlier, but still the blame game goes on. What is the disaster management?
ಮಳೆಗಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ 4 ಜಾಗ ಇದೆ, ಇದು ಮಸ್ಟ್ ವಿಸಿಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಒಂದು ಮೇಕೆದಾಟಲ್ಲಿ ದೂರದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೀರ್ ಹರಿಯೋದನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು, ಸಖತ್ತಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಚುಂಚಿ ಫಾಲ್ಸ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ಹಾಲಿನ ನೊರೆ ತರ ಬೀಳ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಸಿಗುವಂತದ್ದು ನಮ್ಮ HSR ಹಾಗೆ ಬೆಳ್ಳಂದರ್ ರೋಡ್ಸ್. ಸೊ HSR ಲೇಔಟ್ ಮಳೆ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಫುಲ್ ಹೆಂಗಿರತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಮೇಕೆದಾಟಲ್ಲಿ ದೂರದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೀವು ನೀರನ್ನ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಗಾಡಿ ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡೇ ದಾಟಬೇಕು, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ, ಮುಳುಗೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಸಿಗೋದು ನಮ್ಮ ಬೆಳ್ಳಂದೂರು. ಸೊ ಬೆಳ್ಳಂದೂರಲ್ಲೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಒಂದು ಫ್ಲೈಓವರ್ ಬ್ರಿಡ್ಜ್ ಇದೆ. ಆ ಬ್ರಿಡ್ಜ್ ಮೇಲೆ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೀರ್ ಹರಿಯೋದನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು. ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಕೂಡ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ರಿಪೇರಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹಾಗೆ ಹಾರಿಸ್ತಾನೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಹಾರಿಸ್ತಾನೆ ಇದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ನೋಡಿ ಮುಂದಿನ ಮಳೆಗಾಲದ ತನಕ. ಓಕೆ, ಬಾಯ್, ಸಿಗ್ತೀನಿ.
So, paradox. See, this is the fate of our Bengaluru, the high-tech city. What should we say? Yes, sir.
It is
Ramesh ji,
city after
let me start with you.
city.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Please go ahead.
thank you, Dr. Reddy garu. Good evening, Subba garu. City after
Good
city, we
evening.
are seeing this problem, and blaming each other won't help anybody. It is very clear that now it is not the early warning problem, it is the problem of response. It is a problem of response with adequate infrastructure support which can minimize the misery. We are seeing same thing happening again and again, not only Bangalore, not only Delhi, not only Bombay, not only Hyderabad, Chennai. To take any urban local body, 5 centimeter rain is enough to inundate all the roads, choke all the drainage channels, and then people are left to their own misery to manage and survive. And it is improper, insufficient, and not properly maintained civic infrastructure that is to be blamed. It is the whole state of affairs prevailing across the country. We only blame each other. Blaming each other won't help. We have to collectively sit together, find out the problem, truthfully discuss, and implement the solution. Now, with the smart city funding, we have clean air program where fund for solid waste management, sewage improvement, all those things are available. But still, on ground, nothing is changed. Bombay is the staring example for us. After 2005 to 2022, hardly anything has changed, despite spending so much of money and so much of effort in planning and finding the solutions. So it is high time now. In future, much more stronger, much more intensified extreme events are going to be there. Already our infrastructure is not able to cope up with the intensities, present level intensities. I don't know, even 10% increase to the present intensities are experienced in a couple of years more. That is sure to happen. What would happen to the urban population? 50% of the country's population is in urban cities. It is a wake up call, and we have to pull our socks and start responding in a truthful manner without blaming each other. Thank you.
But one thing, the national channels have been blaming you. And now, an interesting factor, Mr. Prakash. Anyhow, we thought of getting Prakash maybe along with Colonel 2 days later, but he says convergence need of the day. Actual rainfall
Yes.
is about 260% of normal rainfall. But in spite of that,
Mm.
how is that Bangalore and Karnataka is flooded in spite of your warnings? Now they are stating they are trying to blame you, the weathermen.
See, we are looking for easy escape and disowning the responsibilities. That's what I want to say. In front of you, bulletins are issued. Proof of the bulletins I have shared, which is in 25th August itself. Severe rainfall is going to come, and district collectors are specifically mentioned. SMSs are sent, alerts are sent, and whatever they want in whatever frequency the civic administration wants, that kind of packaging and loading of the information with color codes as suggested by NDMA is being done now. We are creating WhatsApp groups not only by SMS, through WhatsApp groups also things are shared. And even after that, if we are not preparing to respond properly, and whom should we blame? We cannot blame anybody. We should not blame each other. That should not be the spirit at
No,
all.
that's fine. Then, because now it has become a public issue, a national channel. You have seen how blatantly they are stating even weathermen do not have any clue. should we need to have a fresh study on Bengaluru weather? That means, is it not escaping? Is it not away far from the truth that Indian Meteorological Department, the weather department, has already predicted this? Am I right or wrong, sir?
100%.
100%. Indian weather department, Indian Meteorological Department has predicted it in advance.
See, in addition to the predictions, 3 hourly bulletins are issued when rainfall start in any segment of Bangalore. More than 100 telemetry rain gauges are there by the state government itself. Karnataka State Natural Disaster Monitoring Center, which Dr. Prakash has founded that institution, V.S. Prakash. His network is operational even today. There is a live app which corner of the city with what intensity of the rainfall is received, where inundation is possible to happen. All those tools are built and live app is available beyond the predictions
So
of
this is
IMD.
wonderful. Yeah, the same Mr. Prakash is just trying to message us. Convergence is the need of the day, and then just it is 260% of the normal rainfall, but still they are flooded because we anyhow we plan to get Dr. Prakash maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow as per your convenience. Now this is a big news from coming from this Dr. TSPR channel show. Dr. KG Ramesh very clearly puts on record these national channels should understand the weather forecast which have been issued, 3 hourly weather forecast, and not only that, there are various other radars or whatever you call very directly connected to Karnataka State Disaster Management Authority to understand any change in Bengaluru. So whom are you going to blame now? Is it not the Karnataka State Government or Karnataka State Disaster Management Authority for all the ills which people are suffering? And not only that, the road encroach that we will come to, all the other earlier governments, whether it is JDS, Congress, or BJP, everyone has to take the blame. How did they allow such constructions in the waterways? Yes, sir, Rameshji. Then what do you think? How do you think people
Yeah,
should?
there is a Bangalore City Mega Sandesh app which I have shared now to you through
Oh,
WhatsApp, Dr. Reddy, and that has
yeah,
got a
right.
live rainfall map, live inundation map, live escape route of the inundation started, waterlogging started in any part of the city, any major roads, alternate routes for the traffic and the people. Traffic police should use that information and make the people to move taking the alternate routes and ask the civil authorities to open up the choked channels, choked drainage systems on those roads, and then make the city traffic movement free, and all those opportunities, technology based solutions based on the warning, current weather information and current severity of the event, those informations are provided over and above the IMD's lead time forecast.
So big evidence on your screen by Dr. KG Ramesh, Bengaluru Mega Sandesha. It gives you much clear information about Bengaluru, where and when it is going to be raining, how much rainfall. Depending on that, even the traffic police should have used this app so that people would not have suffered. Yes, sir, explain this app once again very clearly. The state government
Yeah,
fails.
I'm sending
The
another
people
one.
of
I'm
Bengaluru and
sending
Karnataka.
another one. This app has live weather and live map, live rainfall analysis. You can please move it up a little bit, just to move it up,
Yeah.
Reddy Garu.
Yeah. Here you have here. Actually, you sent another one.
Yeah, it says live rainfall map, live inundation map. Now I have sent
Yeah,
current
it is here.
rainfall map from this app. Please show that also.
Yeah. I'll just go back to that.
Inundation map is also there. Current rainfall map, which is there on the app now, currently live.
So this is a big exposure on your screen. Bengaluru Mega Sandesha app is already there. Then how is that you are? This is over and above Indian Meteorological Department.
I've shared another one.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get hold of that. See, once when you start exposing the technology, they try to hack you. Prakash, Dr. Prakash says data to be linked to wisdom. Anyhow, Dr. Prakash, you are going to be on the show tomorrow, day after tomorrow. We have planned an exclusive show with you. That's what we discussed with Dr. KG Ramesh today also. Because they were blaming the weathermen. So very clearly, if they try to blame weathermen, what will happen? Now he has very clearly come out. Not
Please
one.
show the live rainfall map which I shared just now to you, Dr. Reddy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm just trying to open your. Yes. So Bengaluru Mega Sandesha live weather. Is this the one?
No, next one. Another one I have sent.
Another one you have
Live
sent.
rainfall map I have sent.
Maybe you have sent it to another. Okay, there is another one. Live rainfall map. No, no, it's there. It's there because. So big issue. A live show on your screen, and very clearly we are going to show you what happened. The other one. The other app we are trying. I'll get you the other app too. That now the present live position in Bengaluru. That app is also. These are the apps which are over and above Indian Meteorological Department. Kindly understand. Then how are you blaming Indian Meteorological Department? Who should be blamed? Is it not the Karnataka state government, Karnataka state disaster authority? You are trying to escape from the responsibilities when you have your own apps. See, this is being displayed. At least this is for the general knowledge of the people. I'm displaying this app. Yes, here is the one, the second one. Mega Sandesha Karnataka app, and this is the live one. This is the live Bengaluru one at 8:24 p.m. today. You explain this, Mr. Dr. KG Ramesh Garu. Kindly explain this.
Yeah. It is coming up. Still, it is not up. Second one, please. It is coming still.
Yeah.
See, it shows at 8:24, northern part of the Bangalore, northwestern part of the Bangalore, southwestern part of the Bangalore is raining currently, and the rainfall is between 15 mm to 64 mm. Different intensity of rainfall is happening in those parts of the Bangalore currently at the rate of 15 mm to 64 mm, ranging from 15 to 64 mm with color coded information live. Every 15 minutes, this information is updated. Based on the more rainfall, inundation map is also prepared using the drainage system available, designed drainage system available in the city.
Wonderful. I hope all
Beyond the
Bengalurians.
forecast for management response, this information is also available. This is by the Karnataka government itself.
Oh, we appreciate government, state government of Karnataka, but why it is not implementing this? Why it is not allowing every
Yes.
citizen of
Why
Bengaluru?
why authorities are not responding to this live information? It is working. Today's live I am sharing now to you.
I only hope the state government, all the district collectors, chief secretary, what are you doing? You have such a wonderful app designed by your own government. Bengaluru Mega Sandesha. Now it is a live app which we are showing in which part of Bengaluru, how much rainfall. Is it moderate or heavy rain? Accordingly, the disaster management can access the drainage system so that the traffic police and the people can travel basing on these alerts. Such a wonderful app. But this app has been ignored by the national channel. Very surprising. This is over and above Indian Meteorological Department. How is that they are trying to blame? The weather patterns in Bengaluru cannot be understood. There needs a case study. No, the case study needs to be done on these channels who are trying to propagate all lies, trying to blame our weathermen and such a wonderful app developed by the Karnataka state government. See, in trying to
I have
help
shared
Karnataka
current
state
inundation
government,
estimated in the app. Please, Reddy Garu.
sir,
I have shared current inundation map also along with this.
oh, let me just go there and check. In trying to help Karnataka state government, this channel is destroying the reputation of Karnataka state government. In their overzeal, trying to put the blame game on weathermen, they themselves have put the Karnataka state government into, because it's a high-tech city, the technology marvel city, Bengaluru, totally flooded in major areas wherever it has been raining. But in spite of having Bengaluru
Please,
Mega Sandesha developed, a beautiful app developed by Karnataka state government, the state government ignores, the Karnataka Disaster Management Authority ignores. This should have shared with every Bengalurian so that they would have planned their life, including the traffic police, disaster management authorities, the civil, I mean, the Bengaluru Nagarpalika, they should have had this app. But unfortunately, this app has been forgotten by Karnataka state government, and more so, their pampering national channel, which is trying to blame weathermen, stating, "Do we need another case study on Bengaluru weather?" Very sorry state of affairs. How can you blame? How can you blame
Dr. Reddy, now I
when
have
very,
shared third live map of inundation.
yeah, we have shown you Bengaluru Mega Sandesha app live also now, live rainfall. Now this is inundation map also. Wow, what is technology? Explain this, sir. Dr. KG Ramesh Garu, kindly explain this.
Yeah. It is coming up still. Yeah, it
It is on
shows
your screen.
minor inundation in those areas where rainfall is already happening. In the previous map, we have seen rainfall of the intensity 15 mm to 64 mm is happening in the northern part, northwestern part, and southwestern part of Bangalore. Now, minor inundation is also reported in the app in those areas where rainfall is happening. So this much live information updated every 15 minutes is available over and above the nowcast warning, the lead time warnings of the IMD. But for Bangalore city, they cannot blame anybody else except responding appropriately to this information. What more can I say, Dr.
Bangalore,
Reddy, now?
then wonderful. I only hope Bangalore citizens, you become sensitive. If the government is not, come on, take these apps, upload this Bengaluru Mega Sandesha. See very clearly what is happening, including the wind speed, live rainfall, everything is there in this app. The second app, you have the rainfall, where it is occurring, how much rainfall, very clearly. This is the live location, live map at 824. And then you have the wonderfully designed inundation map, where it is going to flood. Is it moderate, minor flooding? Everything in the map. Then how is that the state government forgot these things? That beats my intelligence, sir. Very sorry state of affairs, the national channel. Before you try to blame someone, do your homework properly. Let us not blame our own people like this in this way. That will shame everyone. Kindly understand. Where is our? Oh, yes, sir. Are you there on the
So
screen,
much
sir?
of
Just not.
information.
Yeah. With so much of
So
information,
much of
how
information
can?
over and above the predictions, live information is available. This information is generated by the sensors established by the Karnataka State Natural Disaster Monitoring Center in joint implementation with the Bangalore Municipal Corporation, Nagarpalike, Bruhan Mangalore Mahanagarpalike, BBMP they call it here. So their own system, their own information, their own drainage information is loaded onto this app, and it is generating live inundation based on the heavy rainfall is occurring in any part of the city. More than 100 rain gauge networks and inundation maps and drainage water level sensors are there. And if you claim that this information is not available for appropriate response, and what anybody can say to disprove those allegations, only I have shared live information with you beyond the early warning given on 25th August itself by the National Weather Service, and then updated by the state government agency itself.
But how can state government miss such a important information? That really beats my intelligence. The state
That is the most unfortunate part
response,
of
most unfortunate part of it, innocent lives have been lost, damage to property, cars have been floating as if we are watching a Vitalacharya movie, a fiction movie as if we are matching. Bangalore has become a city of fiction where lot of action, lot of water. In spite of having Bengaluru Mega Sandesha developed by Karnataka state government, such wonderful app which gives every bit of information when it is going to rain, how much rainfall, including inundation. Do you have any such type of app for any other cities, sir, in India?
for Chennai and Mumbai. We have.
But in spite of having for these apps in Chennai and Mumbai, still they suffer. That means the
Yes, yes,
governments
yes.
are not aware of their own infrastructure. What can we say? Yes, Subbarao, I'm coming to you.
Subbarao.
Now what? Subbarao, now you say what should we do? What else you need? You unmute yourself, sir. What else you need? What else proof you need? Unmute yourself, sir. Please unmute.
Thank you. Thank you. Uh, I don't see any surprising thing. Uh, I think Ramesh Garu may help me. We have a good old saying in Telugu. అంగట్లో అన్నీ ఉన్నాయి అల్లుడు నోట్లో శని. Both these twin cities, Hyderabad and Bangalore, they have so much right from the beginning. Academic and research institutions which nurtured the youth in this city contributed to the growth of these cities. And unfortunately, these cities never had what is called the convergence between the research and governance. After all, it is the governance which has to deliver the goods. Right in 1977, the historical Divisima cyclone, that was the period when ISRO or NRSA or just, and ISRO was an old organization than the NRSA and all. And personalities like U.R. Rao, Professor U.R. Rao from Bangalore, who designed a drum scanner here, they were the people who the warning signals were shared with the CMO office in Andhra Pradesh, combined Andhra Pradesh. Everybody was puzzled the way the clouds were coming, and the satellite interpretation was very new in those periods. In spite of it, they were cautioning the CMO's office. CMO's office did not inform the then Chief Minister, Mr. Bengaluru, which costed, I don't care about his post, but thousands of people died in Divisima. Livestock gone, lives gone, families have gone. It's an historical thing where, the Andhra Pradesh started thinking of disaster management and also forced the central government to think of it. This is most important. Today I was discussing with some of the senior members of the civil groups in Bangalore. They said we have everything in BBMP, disaster management, ISRO data, this data, that data, everything. It's very good. You train a person and everything and recruit him as a soldier. If he does not know how to shoot, when to shoot, what to shoot, it is ridiculous. Then what is the use of so much of investment on HRD, investment on these cells, departments, and the manpower, technologies. Hyderabad also has a very good cooperation between IMD and GHMC. GHMC never delivers. Here we see the BBMP, the same problem. There are more than 5 departments which function, which have to operation in convergence to deliver collective goals. BBMP, which is responsible for garbage and stormwaters, all Rajkalwas, and both divisions are under the BBMP. And the same GH garbage fellow under BBMP, he dumps into the Rajkalwa. What is the use of it? And you look at BWSSB is responsible for sewage water, and 50% of the stormwater drain, its space is occupied by the sewage drains. Where is the place for the stormwater to flow in the stormwater drains? Is there any? We do not have. Ramesh Garu, and also to all the people, and Dr. Shiv Prasad. The one thing in this country is we do not have flow measurement mechanisms in the cities. What is the use? You tell how much rain is going to happen. I do not know. I am gauge how much flow goes into my drain. I am not equipped. It's my challenge to all the metropolitan cities, including the Mumbai, that show me one stream gauge system in the drains or the stormwater. We have combined, drains. We do not have dedicated sewage and the stormwater. Whatever it is, do we have a flow measurement systems and flow measurements within the watersheds? No, we do not have. And above all, we have BDA, Bangalore Development Authority. All the development authorities in the country, they compete with the local governing bodies. Like BDA competes with BBMP, HMDA competes with GHMC. Urban Development Authority's role is to do an action research, continual action research, planning, designing, and helping and give a hand holding to local governing bodies. It only does real estate dhanda, business, whether it is a BDA or a HMDA, which is spoiling more. So we need to be very clear. People have to be very clear who does what, whom to approach. Even in the flooding system, whom to approach? I do not know whom to approach in the lakes system. The same thing with the floods. Okay. And okay, if you go to the State Disaster Management Authority, he will say, okay, I will talk to BBMP. And if you go to the BBMP, they will say, we will talk to BWSSB. Is it the thing? We do not have a coordination. See, it is easy, for the so-called, biased media to blame somebody and rescue somebody and all. It is not the time to blame anybody. That's what I say. Time and again, it's happening. Okay, and crores of rupees we are losing economy. One lake, 400 cars, that around goes to something like 16 crores. Cars have gone. Who will pay for that? How much your car insurance fellow will pay? And moreover that, every year we are spending, all the cities are spending not less than 400 crores for road repairs. It has become a sustainable green business for contractors, politicians, and the third character. I leave it to you. Okay, how much we have to improve. Vast areas in this country are underdeveloped. We need to look into them. We have to stretch our development fruits to those areas. We cannot keep on spending, investing money year by year for Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai, and Mumbai. Is it that we have created a governance? Is it that we have elected the government? For what purpose we have elected? I tell you one more thing. 2012 the NDMA came out with the guidelines. Does anybody in the state authority know about the NDMA guidelines? It is blank in Hyderabad, blank in Chennai, maybe blank in Bangalore. At the same time, 2015, the Sendai Agreement, 174 countries have signed, including in India, that they will start working on risk reduction. Risk is increasing in Bangalore every year, Hyderabad in every year, and the entire country in the year. Today, people are talking in a very isolated pockets. If something happens in Bangalore, it will also have a impact in Chennai. Environment, climate, and weather, they do not recognize geopolitical cultural boundaries. Please come out of that shell. We need to come openly and discuss. These are the issues. 2015, and the deadline for compliance to Sendai framework is 2030, which matches with sustainable development goals. To how far? Okay, we are a smart city. Are we sustainable city? Is our city healthy? Is our city rain ready? Nothing. Every year, if you are spending 500 crores, how can it be declared as a sustainable city? Through this channel, I also, and I congratulate Nitin Gadkari. And the last week, he commented on the the ever-growing green business of road repairs. Sir, you should look into sustainability of road constructions. Forget about 12 घंटे में हम बॉम्बे में दिल्ली चले जाते हैं, गुजरात से बॉम्बे चले जाते हैं. छोड़ो ये सब कहानियां. Show me one road which can withstand the rainfall.
Yes.
We are going back day by day. The country is going to get into the debt clutch. We cannot pay all these things. It will collapse. The entire economy will collapse. We are not. Our development models are not in tune with the climate change, neither in tune with sustainable development goals, nor in tune with the Sendai framework. Then what is that? We go, with all fashion parade in the global summits and go and sign, come back. All our bureaucrats will come out with a good write-ups for us. No, it will not work. People have to open their eyes. But one thing I tell you, this state and the country is blessed. It has a lot of immense data. Right from 1988, I had the opportunity of associating with Bangalore government at various occasions. Bangalore city and the Karnataka has the best watershed data. The only thing is you have to integrate this to rainfall changing. Water and climate is dynamic. We need dynamic officers. We do not want, who is going to get retired tomorrow or day after. Okay, even if he is going to get tomorrow or day after, let him be active mentally. Let him motivate down the lane. That is important. What is this? Every time we are talking of all these things and doing nothing. And it's not that I'm talking from the air. I'm associated with the disaster management trainings, both at the state and the national level, particularly through my state human resources development training center, MCHRDA. Almost 15 years. What is that we are talking about? Even police officers do come there. Are we sharing the required data? What is a police officer has to do during the flooding? The revenue department is much more important. Do we have that? And 3 days back, the flooding in Ramnagara is really shocking, because between Ramnagara and Mysore and uh, Ramnagara is the place where you have a lot of open space. We are not looking into it. We have not seen NDMA guidelines. We are not following that. We have to look into it. We are only playing the blame game of, IMD. IMD has improved. It came long way with Doppler radars. I am associated with IMS. I know, how precise data they are today giving it. Though IMD started for agriculture sector, agriculture, rainfall, weather, but it picked up very fast in the urban flooding and urban weather forecast. I congratulate from my bottom of heart that the way IMD has picked up the new technologies and moving for interpretation. That is most important. You may be a big, double PhD fellow sitting there and eating away public money. It is not important for me. For me, your ability to interpret to a common man's level, to an administrator's level, to a policy making level, and to decision making. This is very important, sir, that it is very good. I think one Mr. Prakash was also emphasizing on the convergence, unless and another interesting thing I tell you, I do not know about the Bangalore. Hyderabad, we have convergence meeting in GHMC every month. Every month, ritually they meet. And they also submit, snacks and tea bill. I do not know what they deliver it. Whenever you ask the commissioner, no, we have done the convergence meeting last week only. And where is the report? Is there any progress? It is like, in my childhood, to take I don't do the homework, I snatch away from my friend and show it to the teacher. That kind of things are happening in the government. So we need to refine it. And moreover, it is for the people to decide.
Yes.
It is your Bangalore. It is my Hyderabad. And it is our country. How do we protect our country from the calamities, disasters? Do not blame the climate. You see, climate change may change the rainfall pattern, but the problem is with land use change. Because of the unscientific, unregulated land use, the flooding gets aggravated. Why don't you think of it? Go and talk to your grandpa or any senior man in Bangalore, Ramnagar, or anywhere in Mysore. It is the land use pattern which is changing. The concretization changes the stormwater flooding from 6 to 10 times faster. In no time, the water flows. You have the scientific and engineering things for this. And when we were conducting a training program for engineers for Navi Bombay, along with me, IIT Professor Kapil Gupta was there. Ramesh Garu, I tell you, they were using the formulae of agriculture land for stormwater flows, using it for an urban surface. They said, this is the formula which our teachers told, and we are using it in the department. This is the status of capacities in our officers. And don't think that, government today says, let us outsource. Whom do we outsource? All private companies are making tamasha out of the retired officers.
Yes.
I do not blame the retired officer. They will have specialized skill in one sector. They must be given an opportunity to expose themselves to the new challenges. Are we validating the private companies' capacities? We are only looking into their financial backings. See, for any tender, you have a technical and then the financial.
Yes.
And these days, a project of 120 crores in my state, it is given on nomination. So, what kind of a thing we expect? And another, my
Kaleshwaram
own
project.
study in 2017, 2017
Yes.
and all, at the Silk Board area, that circle, uh, on the right side, more than 50% of the stormwater drain has a sewage pipeline. And that makes backwater flows of the stormwaters when it rains 10 millimeters. Okay. And again at the silk board, the free board, what we call an engineering thing, is free board. Free board is not even 3 inches, sir. Free board is only 3 inches. Can it take a 5 millimeter rainfall, the silk board area?
No.
No, it cannot take. Do we have such data before us? We have to accept the realities at the ground level and start working
Yes.
on it. It is not that, we
One.
just, and I suggest through this channel and our discussions that, a separate committee has to be constituted, even in every city, and it should be headed by none other than the chief secretary. Otherwise, no department will listen to it. And they must
It's a good idea.
also invite active NGOs working, verifying their track records. And Kenya has the best practice. They invite NGOs, civil society groups with track
Yeah.
records. That is most
But
important.
what if you have a chief?
We need
If
to
you
look
have a
into
chief
this and
secretary, but what if you have a chief
tell me.
secretary who is not at all worried in spite of contempt cases in the court? What will you do then?
You see, we are already discussing on the contempt of the court issues. Okay.
Okay.
So I thought in the first step, let us not go a long way, and
That's
stretch
what.
the rope.
Yeah.
This is the time to identify the gaps, identify the lacunae, and what should be done individually, department wise, and collectively. As a
Yes.
disaster management should be headed by a chief secretary, and all these line departments which I am talking, including BDA, must come under
Right.
it, because I know the behavior of the IAS officers. Generally, what happens, a principal secretary heads the a junior principal
Right.
secretary heads the disaster management,
Yep. That's
and
okay.
a commissioner of BBMP, he doesn't care about disaster management commissioner.
Yes.
वो हमसे तो छोटा है, उसके पास क्या जाना है, चलो छोड़ो.
Right. Sir.
So we need to look into the hierarchy, because the system is adopted from the
Right. Sir.
British, which functions on
Yeah.
the hierarchy, and we need to look into
Right.
the hierarchy when we make the committees. depending on the gravity and priority of the issue. It is urban flooding is the most highest priority now. It is throwing
Right.
challenges. It is taking back us some 20 to
Right.
25 years in the economy. So
Right.
we need to think very systematically, and
Right,
yeah,
sir.
these are the things. And to before I close, the most important thing is we should be open
Right.
minded. And
Right.
under the National Climate Action Plan, it is well
Yes.
emphasized on knowledge sharing.
Okay.
We should come forward and prepare ourselves for the knowledge sharing.
Right, sir.
Apart from the committees, my humble
Right.
suggestion
Yep.
is the state government should start focusing on preparedness, identifying the
Right.
problems on watershed
Right, sir.
basis. Okay,
Right.
so these are the things:
So this.
preparedness and risk
Yes, sir.
reduction mechanisms through sustainable innovations.
Right,
Please,
sir. Done.
I
So these are
I
wonderful
have confidence
suggestions.
that
Yeah. Right. You have confidence
this is
that
the
it will
thing
work,
what I
and
felt,
there
and
are
I hope.
even Dr. Yeah, yeah. Dr. Prakash says standalone pillars need to have laterals. Yes, definitely. They need to have
Yes,
laterals. That is
yes.
why the show is on. The show is on. And Dr. Prakash, just be ready. Maybe tomorrow or after tomorrow, we will discuss the reasons for all these, why encroachments, what sort of, because it's a big topic. Already we are 1 hour into this, so we wanted to clear so that Bengaloreans are not confused. Likewise, even Chennai and Mumbai, they have these early warning apps which will give you the minute to minute update on the rainfall, the amount of rainfall in which area, and including the inundation maps, which I will try to show you again before we wind up. So the blame game, they don't follow these channels, national channels, who are trying to blame the weathermen, the Indian Meteorological Department, over and above the Indian meteorological what data which they are sharing very regularly. That has also been exposed. So, in spite of that, you have such a wonderful Bengaluru Mega Sandesha app, which I'll show you to you again, which predicts, not just predicts, which gives you the live information about the rainfall, including inundation, the flooding areas, so that police can be on alert, the disaster management authority can be on alert, civic authorities can be on alert. More than that, the innocent citizens. Why I'm saying is, why innocent Bangaloreans? I have to call you innocent citizens. You are a technological marvel city, and the highest caliber, the best of the technology marvel minds are there in that city. How is that you could not understand when government fails to circulate this app, makes every citizen of Bangalore to own this app, as has been done by our shows, our Colonel Srivastavji, Damini app, Lightning app. How many have you downloaded it? Simple technology, Damini app. We have been shouting Damini app, download and keep. Where and which area lightning happens? What should you do when lightning happens? So these are all there, very much there. Our people, our scientists have been doing wonderful job. Don't blame them kindly. Don't blame them. Yes, sir. Rameshji, before we wind up, I'll try to show your voice before we say bye.
Yes, now knowledge is there, information is there, live information sharing platforms are there. And if you put a blind eye to these informations and don't respond properly, we don't give credence to the miseries of the people. And if you are really serious, lot of information is there, lot of knowledge is there, guidance is there to reduce the misery, build the resilient infrastructure in the cities. Money is not the issue now, only intent is the problem. And we should get out of this uh, trust deficit between the institutions, bring convergence and respond appropriately, help people to have safe and resilient and sustainable living. That should be the motto now for all the responder groups and knowledge generation groups. And let us bring convergence and work in a totally different manner. New approach is required to respond and manage and reduce the risk. Present approach is not going to succeed. As Dr. Subbarao said, we are likely to go back and it will create a lot of setbacks to our economy, and developmental infrastructure loss will be there, and you will be keep on spending again and again, spending over and above spending again in urban cities without taking the development to other parts of the country. So we should open up and use the information and become wiser and smart and respond appropriately to reduce the miseries. Very soon we should come together and start working differently. And civil societies should create pressure to change the approach of the responding agencies in handling and taking over and responding to the emergencies. Thank you.
Yeah, Subbarao, wind up. Yes, sir, wind up with your comment.
Yeah, basically, I do not want to take much time. Yeah, disaster management, particularly over a period of time, improved a lot, particularly in saving the lives. But the present challenge is economy, economy loss. Please think of it. Thank you.
Yes. That's a wonderful suggestion. If your houses are inundated, if your cars float instead of running on the roads, if your lives are being risked by the flooding water instead of having resting at home, if you are made to suffer, if you are suffered to lose life and your all the belongings, this is not a good sign for Bengaluru. Not that for matter, Chennai, Bengaluru, and Mumbai have got these wonderful apps developed by the state governments. Over and above, Indian Meteorological Department, kindly understand. Indian Meteorological Department gives you sufficient information much in advance, has been proved again here, disproving national channels which they are trying to protect the Karnataka state government without understanding that they have already been forewarned. And not only that, Bengaluru Mega Sandesha apps are owned by the Karnataka state government. This is the lack of information. You want to believe such type of channels? They are saying we are debate. Let us understand what is happening to Bangalore city. Nothing. They are giving you all the forecast much in advance. Yes, we will discuss why this flooding is happening. Encroachments, nalas gone, rivers, rivulets gone, lakes gone. If you turn them into habitations, this is what is going to happen. That we are going to discuss in detail. Dr. Prakash, and then we'll have Colonel Srivastavaji along with Dr. KG Ramesh and Subbarao Garu will plan. We'll not have it much later, maybe in this week itself, because this gentleman guest should give me time so that we will come out with a proper strategy. Because Colonel Srivastavaji, how many times, how many shows, disaster management, our own Indian minds are wonderfully equipped. Why don't you give us them a chance to serve? Every data is there, as rightly pointed out by Ramesh ji and Subbarao Garu. If the reports, data, everything is there, where is the response? Who has to respond? The state governments, disaster management authorities, municipalities, civic authorities. If they are failing, now don't you think it is left to the citizens themselves? By having such wonderful apps, either you don't go out, if you are out, wait till the weather settles down, or don't buy anything in such areas where now you are sure it is going to be an inundation, it's going to flood that area. Don't forget, we have given the title, Srivastavaji also, water and elephant will never forget their ways. Keep this in your mind. If you forget that, water and elephant, they'll keep coming back to the same areas, their own areas. They will never forget. So they will be a devastation, and don't become part of that devastation. Live in symbiosis with the nature and beautiful environment. Live and let live. So I hope this show we are restricting it only to that. The causes we will discuss in the subsequent shows. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much again. Thank you very much for the wonderful inputs you have provided. Do support DRTSPR
Good
channels,
night.
Citizen DRTSPR channel, and Environment People DRTSPR channels. Subscribe, support, and share. And you are most welcome to join any of our shows, because we release a poster much in advance with my mobile number so that you can come and disprove us wrong, or else you can add some good vital information in larger public interest. Thank you very much, sir. Good night. Take
Good
care, sir.
night.
Bye.
Good night.
Good. Thank
Good
you.
night, sir. Subbarao.
Bye bye bye.